What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the week of November 22nd through November 28th. What a week it's been. Holy cow. It's been crazy. I went back and watched my old video from last week. Old, as if 7 days old is old. But that's something that I like to do from time to time. If I perform a tarot reading, I like to go back at it and see how it played out. See if I was on point or not. And I did that with last week's, and oh boy, was it on point. The shadow came out. The shadow was scary. The shadow was surmountable. And I think that's exactly what the reading last week had for us. So I was a little bit like, yeah, toot my own horn again. Beep, beep. Anyway, yeah, so I needed a lot of grounding this week, so I pulled out this pink Lemurian. Oh, yes. I showed a pink Lemurian the other day. I was working with it a couple weeks ago, but I had to pull it out again. You need grounding in these crazy times, and I've decided that the best way to get grounding is through a Lemurian. Come on. Why not have that Lemurian energy while you ground? This one's Tao terminated, so yes, thank you for the grounding help, Lemurian Crystal. Much appreciated. And I'm using the Universal Fantasy, what is it called? The Universal Fantasy Tarot again. I used this last week, but it's so good. I love it now. It's like my favorite deck, so I'm using it again. Alright, let's do some bowls before we get into it to try to slow things down and get into that mood. So if you would, close your eyes, give me a moment, and let's get centered. All right, those bowls just shock you into into silence. Anyway, let's start off with this card, and it represents the overall energy of this upcoming week. Overall energy of this coming week. We got the Death card. Give me a moment. All right, so this is a general reading. I should always say, so it's going to apply differently for every person. But the feeling I'm getting here is, the Death card. Change is coming this week for a lot of us. And the reason I say it's a general reading and it's going to apply differently is because for some of you, this will be a small change. You might not even notice it. For others of us, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And the feeling I'm getting from this card is actually also being a little bit resistant to that change. I've picked up some resistance here. So, seems to be a challenging week. Anytime that change is involved, challenges are involved as well, sure. But, we're never given anything that's insurmountable, right? You're not going to be given insurmountable change that destroys you, okay? You're going to be forced to adapt, and as a result, you're going to learn and grow. So, while this may seem negative on the outset, change is always good. And change is always going to be something that you can handle in the end. So, we'll see what the other cards have to say, but change seems to be in the cards, as they say. And so let's check out this card here, which represents what to hold on to this week. And we got the Ace of Wands. Give me a moment with this one. What a weird message. The message I got was, feed the beast because you don't want it to get hungry. So what does that mean? I think what it means is there's parts of you that need nurturing, right? And if you don't nurture those parts of you, they're gonna take on minds of their own, right? If you don't take care of those parts of you that need to be looked after, they're going to fester. They're going to rot. They're going to start to smell. They're going to start to decay, and then you're going to be forced to look at them in a negative way. Okay, so I think this card is saying is wherever you need nurture this week, give it to yourself. That could mean anything, right? Whether it's wholesome foods, maybe you need to improve your diet this week to feel better about things. Maybe it's exercise, right? Maybe it's creative expression. We're human beings and we need to be nurtured in many different ways. And I think that this week is going to be very important for you to find out where you're deficient in your nurturing, and try to feed that part of yourself. Basically, take care of yourself, right? Don't neglect those sensitive spots of you. There's no shame in being sensitive to anything. Okay, so yeah. Interesting week so far. Let's go on over to this card, which represents what to let go of this upcoming week. What to release, what to not do, what to let go of. We got the Four of Cups. Give me a moment. Alright, this guy's got the woe is me attitude. We don't want the woe is me attitude this week. It seems like we're going to be challenged this week. And if you're going to have that woe is me attitude, you're not going to do well against these challenges. Right? These challenges are going to knock you down. Look at this guy. He's giving up. Okay? So don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Right? Change is for the best. I think if you can remember that this week, change is for the best. Always. If you can remember that this week, I think you're going to be doing a lot better. You're going to be doing better than this guy at least. Okay? Don't have that woe is me attitude. Yes, there's going to be challenges. Yes, you're going to be forced to come out of your comfort zone as a result, possibly. Yes, you're going to be forced to do things you've never done, possibly. And you're forced to learn new things, possibly, but in the end, it's all going to be good. So that's basically all this reading is saying, is that, adversity is coming, change is coming, feed those parts of you that need to be fed, and don't feel down or low or sorry for yourself, because that's just taking you the wrong direction. Okay? Alright, so that's the reading. Let's pull an oracle card, because why not? And we're going to pull a card from Wally's World. Let me zoom out here. It is zoomed out. Okay. It's a deck from Tara, from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And she made a community deck. And it's beautiful. And we're going to ask it what we should need to know about this upcoming week. What to know about this upcoming week. Just an overall message before we get out of here and face whatever this week's going to bring. It looks crazy. Alright, see what we got here. Oh, it's Machu Picchu. Let me zoom out. Whoa. Okay, that's powerful. The message here is that, the greatest civilizations that have ever existed on this planet have come and they've gone, right? There's nothing permanent. And the message here is to realize that the only thing that exists is the present moment. And the only thing you can do about it is to make the most of it. So if you're living in the past and you're thinking about, how things were, or if you're living in the future and you're always thinking about how things are going to be, you're not living in the present. You're not focused on the only power you truly actually have, which is the present moment. So I think what Machu Picchu here is telling us is that this was once a great and proud civilization. This will always be a beautiful historical site. But in the present moment, it's whatever you want it to be. That's pretty cool, I think. Okay? So you get to make the present whatever you want. That's the takeaway. So thank you to Tara and Wally and Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. There's Wally there. There he is. That's the reading for this week. Thank you so much. have a great week. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes, your shares, subscribes. Really appreciate it. Be sure to check out my crystal school over at the Leon Mystery School at she doesn't have her website on here, but at her website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. I'll put that in the description, and that's it. So have a great week, guys. Face those challenges with some courage and some strength, and you'll be doing just fine. So have a great week. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.